Hello guys, CPP Dev here once again with another video for the Project from Scratch series. This video is going to cover how to create a new build system that is using Bitbake in order to build the project. For those of you that do not know, Bitbake is actually a build tool that is mostly used by Octoproject and Open Embedded in order to build Linux distributions. I decided to also add this tutorial in order to give you guys more options from which you can choose. Please let me know in the comments if you find this useful. Also, if you like the content that I make, don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Now, without further ado, let's get started. As always, we have our project in our machine, but at this moment I don't want to make changes to the repository. What I actually want to do at first is get the Bitbake binary, which is going to be installed in our machine but not in the project repository. So you can find the Bitbake binary in the Open Embedded project repository on GitHub. So we are going to clone this. So in Open Embedded bitbake.git, as you can see, the Bitbake repository is being cloned and we have the Bitbake repository on our machine. In order to install it on Linux environment, I am going to have to add the Bitbake binary to the pet variable, and Python pet variable will also include the libs needed for Bitbake to run. So you can find the binary in this directory and the libs in this directory. So we are going to modify the pet variable, and I am going to add the full pet to this with bin, and also add the older variables here. Okay, and the Python pet, in which I am going to add the full pet to the lib directory and also the older values of Python pet. Okay, now if we check Bitbake version, yes, we have Bitbake installed at this moment. Now we have to set up the configuration for Bitbake in order to build our project. We are going to do this in our repository, which is not so often because usually you are going to do a repository only with the Bitbakes, and you will add there a step to, let's say, configure or export the actual repository with the code and add all the rules to build. But for this tutorial we are going to add the configuration of Bitbake in our own repository, so we always have it when we want to build using Bitbake. We are going to create the structure of the Bitbake configuration. First of all, I'm going to create Bitbake directory, and also the Bitbake directory needs to have first a build directory and then layer directory, which is usually starting with meta, then the name of the project. For example, this will be meta CPP tutorial. Also, I want to create for each directory another configuration directory. So for the build I need to have a conf directory. For the meta CPP tutorial I also need to have a conf directory, and I'll also create a classes directory. Now we have the directory structure for the BitBake configuration. We will also need some configuration files and also a BB class. So let's get started and create these configuration files. First, for the build, in the conf directory I am going to create the bblayers.conf. Okay. For the meta CPP tutorial I am going to create the layer.conf, and we also need bitbake.conf here, and in classes we are going to use a base.bb class. At the moment, for bitbake.conf and the base.bb class we are going to use the ones from the BitBake installation directory. So we are going to take bitbake/conf and take the bitbake.conf and add it here. And also, as I said, in classes we are going to take this one from the installation directory of BitBake. Now, to add some content to the two configuration files that we have created, actually in the layer.conf I want to have the BitBake path, which is the layer directory, and the BB files, which at the moment will be empty. Then in the build directory I want to edit the bblayers.conf with the BitBake path that will be top directory, which is actually set by BitBake to the work directory. BB files will also be empty at the moment, and we also need to specify for the build the BB layers. As I said, we created earlier a layer that was stored in top directory, meta CPP tutorial. Now that we have all of this, we can try and run BitBake and see how it goes. One thing to mention here is that you always have to run the BitBake command from the build directory. So if we are running BitBake here, yeah, as you can see, there is nothing to do. There is no actual BitBake recipe to be run in this case, but it's a start. We can easily verify that there is nothing to do by running bitbake-s, which is telling us two things. First of all, there is no cache directory set, and second of all, there is an empty list, which means there is no recipe actually created. So we are going to resolve these issues, and the first one that we have to resolve is actually set the cache directory, which will be in the bitbake.conf from the meta cpp tutorial. Basically, at the end of this that we took from the bitbake installation directory, we are also going to set the cache, which is going to be set in the temp dir cache default. So now that we set the cache, I think we have to create some recipes. First of all, we have to modify the layer.conf and set the previously empty bb files variable, and this will tell the bitbake binary where the actually bitbake recipes are located. In this case, it will be all .bb files from all directories that start with recipes dash as naming. Okay, now we can save this and we can go back and create the recipes cpp tutorial directory, and here we are going to create our bitbake recipe in order to tell bitbake how to build our project. There is one more thing that I want to do before editing the recipe, and that is to add one more variable that should be globally available for all recipes and that I am going to use. As you saw earlier, there is this bitbake.conf file in which there are multiple variables set. This is also the file in which we added the cache variable, and we are going to add the project root, which is actually going to be 2 levels ahead of the top directory, which means it's actually the base directory of our repository. Now that we have all this set up, we are going to actually edit the actual recipe. So this will contain all the rules for bitbake to be able to build our project, like we previously did with cmake and make. First, we are going to set some variables provided by bitbake. I won't go into detail about all the variables or all the tasks that bitbake is having or is able to do, because you can always read the user documentation of bitbake and check it out yourself. So at first I am going to set the description, the recipe for cpp tutorial. Then I am going to add the project revision, which will be just revision 1, and we also have to implement the do build function. So first of all, if I am going to run the BitBake now, let's just set some message here so it's more clear. Okay, so now if I am going in the builds directory, and I am running BitBake CPP tutorial, because that is the name that I already gave to the recipe, you can see that now the tasks are running. There is only one task that has to be run, and that is the do build 1. And you can also see now that there are two files created, actually one file and one directory created. Which is more interesting for us is the temp directory that has been created, in which if you go to this path you can also find the log for the actual step or task that was done for that recipe. And if we check this out, you see that do build has been executed and we have the log added here. Now that we have this out of our way, let's actually edit the recipe and just add the rules in order to build the project. So first of all, I am going to set the CPP files like I have done with CMake and Make also, and those are going to be set to the project root dash source, and we will take all CPP files. And also I will set the include directory, which will be project root dash include. We are going to add here the command that is needed in order to compile our project. So we need the G++ compiler with the include flag that is set to our include directory, and also the CPP files. But let me change this, the source files. I think this is way better. The source files, and the output will be CPP tutorial binary. So if we go in the build directory and run our recipe, you can see that everything is run, and the CPP tutorial executable is actually created, and we have the message that we set in earlier videos. Now let's create a similar recipe for the test binary. So we are going into the same directory, and we are going to create the CPP tutorial test.bitbake. So this recipe will be similar to the last one. We will have a description, test binary, project revision, which is going to be first, and the actual do build task. But we first have to set the variables here. The source files are going to be from the project root test directory and all .cpp files. Now to add the actual command for compiling the code, we don't need an include directive. We are just going to set the source files and the output is going to be cpp tutorial-test. Now if we go back into the build directory, we are going to call bitbake using the new recipe, and it seems that I have failed something. Okay, actually I wanted to be here. Yeah. Oh, so I think it doesn't like the fact that I added this here. Let's try this again. Yeah, that was the problem. If we check, we also have the cpp tutorial-test. That is our test binary at the moment. One thing to notice here is that later on, when we are going to create the actual code for our project, which will be, I don't know, some binary that will do some actions, we will need to also modify the build system, but I think I'm only going to modify one of them and just use that one, because the test binary will also have to use the normal binary as a dependency. You can have the actual test binary without having built the actual executable binary, the normal binary. So yeah, that should be it for this bitbake tutorial. That's how you are going to set up your bitbake environment. This is just a minimal example and something standard in order to get you started. There are many things that you can do with bitbakes, but you can find the documentation, and also if you want me to go into details with this, please leave it in the comments below. The last thing that we have to do in this is just remove the files that we don't want to push to the repository, and yeah, push all the new configuration for the bitbake build system. Okay. Adding bitbake, and now we are just going to push the changes. And this is it. Checking back in our GitHub profile, we can see that in our repository there is also this bitbake folder that we have created, in which we added all the needed configuration files in order to build the project using bitbake. And we can also see that GitHub has actually this neat functionality that tells you what we actually have in our project. So basically we have the CMake, make, bitbake and some C++ code which is just low at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to press the like button if you enjoyed this. Also let me know in the comments what do you think about the videos, or if you want me to cover another subject. And don't forget to subscribe in order to get all the new videos that I'm posting and maybe improve your knowledge. I wish you all to have a very good day.